Hello everybody, welcome back to another Guild War video. Today we'll be fighting against a Hall of Fame guild, Paladia, one of our competitors. I do have some friends that reside in this guild, so it's always nice to see how we both perform at this level. And in all of my Guild War videos, I'll be primarily scouting towers to make my guild's life a bit easier later during the war. And if you have any questions about teams, please feel free to leave a comment below. But if not, let us begin with our first attack of the day. Now into round one, what we've got going on here is a Celia's Belly and Kisei. So I'm going to show the team real quick. So we have T Crozet here on Holy Sack in case Kisei one-shots it. And we have some good bulk and speed, 100 ER. Not the ER doesn't matter here in this fight so much, but it's good to have. And we've got the Rowana here on Celestine. Same as the last video, but just here for healing and for the Celia's and Bellion. And we've got Violet on a relatively tanky build so that we can survive Symbol Kisei with Vigor on S2. And the immunity isn't a really big deal, but the main thing is just having enough bulk and HP and attack to kill the Kisei. One thing to note is if it is on Gab Kisei, the Violet's not going to die at all, right? So most likely you can expect to be Symbol Kisei in this type of team. Bottom team is going to be pretty straightforward. We've seen this team many times before, but if you haven't already, basically we want to have a very tanky Crow, and I'm actually going to change this to Proof of Valor at the moment, actually. So when you have a tanky Crow, you want to have 100 FRES on the Crow as well for Ran in case it's full DPS, so that you can resist any defense breaks. And then for the Inferno Kawazu, you want to have them a bit slower, so you want to go for either an HP Ring or an HP Boot, whatever you have better. And you want to have a survivability artifact, so you could do like Sepulchrum, you could do Guide to do a Decision, any is okay. The most important unit of this team is Blood Moon Haste. And the key thing is you want to make sure that the Blood Moon Haste is going to go after the Crow, because you don't want the Blood Moon Haste to S3 and heal the Crow back up. So we want to make sure Crow is on a faster build. That way we can S3 with Crow and then S3 with Blood Moon Haste to heal him up so he can tank some damage for us. But without further ado, let us get right into the battle. And here we go. We have Circus Fantasia on Conqueror Lilius, 16.2k HP. Let me turn the volume up for you guys a little bit here. Now we do have Kisei on Alexis Basket, so it's not Symbol, so we're completely safe here so far. I'm expecting us to get a free win here at this moment. Probably a high effectiveness Belly if I had to assume, 22.7k. And it is, maybe we 15% resist on Rowana, it's hard to say. But we want to take a screenshot for the info. Now we drop the S3 on Rowana. Now Kisei's going to drop an S2 here, and then the Violet's going to counter, which is going to be really good for us. And he gabbed. We S1. He's not dead yet, but almost. Still have the Bellion stun, which is great. We're going to revive and keep our Holy Sack, which is awesome. Basically what we wanted so far is happening. Then he's going to S1, and that's going to bring the Kisei forward. It is injury Bellion actually as well. I think at this rate we're going to push the Violet. That way we can S2, S3 soon without getting lapped by the Conqueror Lilius and the Kisei. We're gonna S1 into the Kisei. It's gonna heal a little bit. And the Bellion's still stunned, which is great. We're gonna take care of the Kisei, and the fight is gonna be a lot safer now. So now this is the point where we kind of stabilize in the fight. Once the main DPS threat is out of the way, we're good to go with Rowana here. It is Elbrus on injury. It's definitely important to note that if you're taking info. We get another stun, which is huge, actually. The S1 won't really matter because the bear goes on either person, but if it's stunned at the moment, we might as well S1, since you can't activate the Elbrus, right? So you might as well take full advantage of it. But if it is injury Bellion, make sure you attack the Bellion because it can't counter you, right? So anytime it's no longer stunned, we're going to go into the Bellion. And Rowana, same thing. We're going to keep going into the Bellion. And now it basically stabilized. I mean, if you really wanted to, you technically could just auto this now and then just target the Bellion. Because there's really not many more buttons to click at this point. And S1, no stun, unfortunately. Stun. Nice. Awesome. We can just keep doing S1. Maybe we can pull out a dual attack or something. And it gives good healing. And we're going to cleanse the the Violet here. I think for the rest of this fight, I'm going to speed it up since we're probably going to leave it on auto just so that we can target the Bellion. But yeah, I will see you guys after the auto is done when we're into the round 2.
Seizing victory is seizing the future. I'll make you kneel before me. This is it. The time to pass is now. You'll be so more useful once you're dead. Can you even reach me? Give all that you have for the glory of Poland. Focus.
I see your weakness. How futile your life is. Farewell. I will fight until the bitter end.
I won't fall. Scar those in our way with destruction and fear. I'll make you kneel before me.
Face me. Be grateful that you get to fight me.
Alright, and that about takes care of round 1. So now we have round 2, 13.79k Rand. So I'm going to assume it's a high effectiveness Rand. And it's going to S3. It probably lands defense break on everyone. Only on the Blood Moon Haze. Surprising. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be dropping the S3 onto the Meru. And the whole point of this is so that we are able to kill the Meru off to get the Blood Moon Haste healing. We do need to take the CR, so make sure we take a screenshot of that. And we're going to drop the S3 into the Meru and pray for the best.
How dare you try to stop me?
And we S3. Strips the attack buff. Beautiful. Quaz is going to live the Analyze in case it's a full DPS nuke Rimuru. Rimuru drops S3 into the crowd. I'm assuming it's full DPS. I think it is. Meru has 8k HP, 8.6k HP, not bad. Wow, that Rimuru basically did no damage to us. Well, I guess in that case, we're just gonna S2 here. We're going to drop an S1 onto the Meru because this should kill. We're going to save the Blood Moon Haze S3 because we're not really in any danger at the moment. So we might as well just save the healing in case we do need it. And it's Silver Rain, so we don't need to be too concerned. I actually believe we're going to drop an S3 onto the Ran here since the other two units are very close in following up. And this is going to kill the Ran. Perfect. Now the round is basically completely safe. The Rimuru is not going to have any S2 or S3 for another turn. So we're just going to do a regular S1 to strip the attack buff, which we do. Perfect. But at this rate, I mean, you know, there's really nothing else that we could do. We're not going to lose at this point. So he's going to S2. He's going to cut in front of everyone. He's going to drop an S1. Maybe not. But hopefully we strip here with S3. We have no Vigor. Because Vigor can only be activated by AoE attacks. And then we S3 and it's dead. And that's round 1. I think that was a pretty good fight. And on to the next one. Alright, and here we go for the second attack. What we're going to be doing is there's Amid, Winter, and Aiden. So we need a Dark Bait to tank the fast Aiden. And we also need someone that can tank the Winter. So upon first glance, you're thinking, oh, this is a Hawk angle and immunity, blah, blah, blah. But it's probably not going to work out too well because with Winter, she gets a 50% push. This could be a super tanky Aiden. Things can go wrong. So to avoid that from happening, what we're going to do is we're going to have Bryceria on immunity. That way she cannot get stunned by Winter on the first turn. We have Symbol to make sure that we land the defense breaks and the hits onto the Aiden. Because we have Stenny here providing Book so that we can Soul Burn, so we can ignore ER. And then we have Crow on Aureus. He's going to be soaking up a lot of the damage coming in from Bryceria because she basically has no defense. So the Aiden's going to go straight into it. And then for round 2, unfortunately, I can't show Ran because it's going to be my top speed. And I know some competitors will be watching this video. So I won't be showing round 2, but you can kind of assume what the stats will be like. But basically, we're gonna S2, S3, and we're basically going to have Ida push, Summertime Assyria push. So even if it is a 300 Celine and it goes first, we're not going to be concerned about it whatsoever. Anyway, without further ado, let us go ahead. So Secret Art and Guide to a Decision. Fan of Light and Dark. So it is Guide to a Decision Aiden. So it's probably really tanky Aiden. So if we ran Zahawk here, we instantly lose. Winter's got 12k HP. Alright. How much HP does this Aiden have? I'm very curious. 13.1. And it triggers my Viseria. So we're going to take the CR here. And then we're going to rip the S3 to go unbuffable and defense break.
Won't you regret this?
Which we do not land defense break. We didn't land defense break on this, which is a bit... it's kind of bad. This is only going to do about 6k damage on the Aiden. So S3 into here is going to kill. So what I think we do is we probably just put damage into... we get the defense buff up, since the next person going in is going to be Aiden into the Crow. So let's get defense buff up. And we're going to go... Winter can potentially stun Crow. Amy doesn't have any useful turns anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill the Winter. This kills, hopefully pushes back some of them. It pushes back both. Okay. S1 kills the Briar, which is fine. And now we're going to just S1. S10A is going to drop an S1. No ER on the Amid whatsoever. And that kills the Aiden. Or if that didn't kill, this is going to kill the Aiden. Okay, that's okay. So it's actually good that we didn't fall for any Zahawk bait. Yeah, pretty good. Honestly, good trap tower. I give that trap tower a 10 out of 10. So we're going to take the speeds here. It's a slow Celine. So we're going to take the speed. Now we're going to S2 and then S3. And we're going to... shall we soul burn? That's the question. I'm going to say we don't soul burn. It could be ER. This team could be ER. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not ER. It's not ER. Okay, I don't really know what this trap was here for this team then. Maybe it's counter Briar and APOC? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his idea was, actually. But we have skill null on Ida and Ran, and then we're going to stun APOC on the turn here. And then we're going to drop an S3, do the bomb, and it's going to be done. Yeah, the second team's a bit weird. I don't know what the trap was, but the first team was definitely a pretty good trap. I like that tower. Nighthawk, if you watch this, yeah, good trap tower, man. But yeah, round 2 over, on to the third. Alright, so we are going to be going in with our third and last Guild War attack of the day. It's also an unscouted tower, so we're trying to scout 3 towers per war. But what we've got cooking here is we're going to have Aras to tank the Kisei going first, and we are on Revenge set. Is Revenge set necessary? Not really. We have 100 ER to resist the reset, but I mean, we're not relying on it. Mainly it's just to tank the Kisei. Then we're going to have the Destina going with a high ER and with bulk, 1 Guardian Ice to protect the Celine. So one lose condition with this team essentially is having a fast Celine and a fast APOC going into Celine, which could be detrimental because if it's Kisei S3 into Aras and then Celine and APOC, Celine goes first into Celine. They both are going to target the Celine, and we need to have this in the back with Guardian Ice and then Aras protection from the specialty change to keep her alive. And once she S3s, we're going to stabilize and everything will be okay. In the round 2, what we're going to be doing is we are having Troza protecting the Ed in case Ran RNLs twice, or hopefully not 3 times, but we're going to have the protection with Adamant going into the Roana in case it's a fast Ed. And we're going to have the Roana just on a standard build, same as we've always seen, on Celestine for healing. And then Ed is basically going to play ping pong for a little bit. We want to have Symbol just so that we can attack the Ran and kill it off as soon as possible. But let's go. So we have Alabastron on Kisei, which means it's probably looking to reset. And it reset as expected. So we're going to take the CR, take a screenshot, and now we're going to S3. The green Celine should be going into the Celine, assuming that its highest attack EE. And okay, yep, it is. I actually think that perhaps checking next time would be better to see which EE she's on, just for scouting purposes. But, you know, we got all the information that we're needing, so it's okay. And ideally, you do want to have Symbol in this team instead of let me see here. I think we probably heal. We probably push. I think we can S3 the ARAS here. This is gonna S2. This is gonna go and try to strip the evasion, which we do. So this goes into Celine, and Celine's going to counterattack. Perfect. And then the Kisei is gonna S2. I'm not too afraid because she has no attack buff, no gab. It's not really gonna kill anything off. Guardian procs, and this should kill Celine. And it does, as expected. That goes into... Now this is gonna go into the green Celine, which kills. Perfect. And we S1 into the APOC. Dust Devil doing work right now. Love to see that. Another counterattack. S1, Dust Devil? No Dust Devil. It is Proof of Valor, so it's worth mentioning that it is Proof of Valor if writing the report. It is also in counter set. Okay, that's very good to know. We counter. Hopefully we Dust Devil as well so we can get more damage out. We don't get it. That's fine. We S1. And then we can do an S2 with ARAS here to do Death Break. Hopefully lands. It does. Boom. Perfect. On to round 2. Now for the round 2, Ran S2, S3, 10.6k HP on Silver Rain going to the Senya. I don't really know what the trap is for this team, because putting immunity onto Ed seems a bit counterintuitive. But, you know, here we're playing ping pong. We want to take the CR push, and it didn't defense break here, so that's fine. So I actually think what we should do is probably look to push the Ed and give defense buff. Yeah, let's push the Ed for defense buff. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. Yeah, let's push the Ed for defense buff. And then we're going to rip an S3 into the Ran. You're on S3 because we need the CR pushing. So even if we miss on S3, that's fine. We want to get the 50% CR from S3 so we can zoom down and have a bit more value. And then Roan's going to rip an S3 here. 19.8k. Should be about 20k HP on the Ed, I believe. And hopefully this provokes my Ed so I can do another counter. That would be the most ideal. And he rips S3. And it does land. That's good. We hit the provoke. Ed also goes. Now we S1 into the Ran. And now we're fine. Okay. It's also injury Ed, actually. We should make note of that. It does look like injury Ed. Yep, it's injury Ed. I was thinking, is it potentially injury Senya? But I figured it's probably not. Now we can just, I think we can play ping pong here. Even if we stun, it's not a big deal. S1, Spear of a New Dawn, Gab EE. So this is going to go S1 into the Ed for injury. Rana getting injured down quite a bit. More ping pong. Sacred Scythe. We're still fine. I actually think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna push the Ed here. That way we can soul burn this. Oh, whoops! I thought that was soul burn on Ed's turn actually. Whoops, that was a mistake. But that's okay. We S3 onto the Ed. Now Senya S1s, and I shouldn't die here. We're gonna S1. We do crit. That's nice. S1 to stun. No stun. That's okay though. The fight's pretty much over here. So not many traps. I was expecting more traps, but that's okay. Seem to be all right here, and then we can just turn on auto, and that's pretty much it. The lag on the client these days are not very good, but hopefully it gets fixed soon. Perfect. All right, so that's 3-0 for the day. We get to keep our spot in the guild for another day. But yeah, that's all 3 attacks. That sums up our 3 Guild War attacks for the day. So hopefully you were able to learn something from this video. Or if you have something that you can maybe teach me, then please leave a comment below. Please don't forget to like the video. It will help me a ton with the algorithm. And most importantly, thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one on Monday. And I hope everyone has a good weekend. Thanks so much for watching again. Bye!